Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Diablo 3. My name is Wilfred. So this video is going to be a compilation of my wife and I playing a little bit of Greater Rift 95, leveling up some dam for augmentation, and also talk a little bit about the legendary dam, which is my favorite topic. When I reach the end game, usually that's what I explore, like what sort of dam is the best for the build I have so far. So this season, my wife and I were playing the Archon wizard, and it's a pretty interesting class. How should I say? It's a little bit of, well, it's very strong, yes, but it's also very circumstantial to the map itself. So if you have a map that has a lot of like mob density, then of course you get really strong, because every mob that you kill will buff yourself, and after that, then the whole cycle kind of like continue. You buff yourself, and after that you become more powerful, and then when you get out from the Archon mode, you're still pretty powerful because of all this like buff that lingers on, and then after that you switch it back to the Archon mode kind of thing. So that is I found that, yes, it is powerful, but on average, it's I don't think it's that overpowering on average. And so I compared that with a lot of other heroes that we played, like Demon Hunter, like Witch Doctor, like the Necromancer as well. So now when it comes to bosses, and I'm talking about Greater Rift, kind of like a Guardian, beyond rank 95, I would say that Necromancer is probably the best class to kill off any like kind of like bosses, provided that again, it's circumstantial, depending on whether the Land of Dead can pop at that moment or not. Then you've got all these mages coming up, and that clear off quite nicely. The Witch Doctor, I remember, was rather nice as well. It's a very powerful build. I had the Jade Harvester, and it's overall very, very tanky. I think Witch Doctor is one of the most tanky character, I would say. I played in Diablo 3 so far. Now when it comes to Archon, and I found that against the bosses, it's not necessarily at its best kind of like setup, because you do need to kill off quite a lot of mobs, lose mob, and then you get more powerful kind of thing, and you rely a lot on the tankiness in the Archon phase, but yet still, if there are some fireball that hits you, even when you're in Archon mode, at the Greater Rift 95, for some of the bosses, I just one-shot the wizard, So in view of that, and the fight can drag on a little bit longer as well, because not necessarily I will get the buff right, and if the character die while trying to go against the Guardian, it's very hard to pick up from there if you use like the Bane of the Powerful, which a dam that I often use. And so in the past I often use the dam of the Bane of the Powerful, because that percentage, the flat percentage that you have against the elite and bosses, and also the damage reduction as well, it's nice to have. It's very, very useful. I found that, I've done a lot of studies, I've done a lot of experiments, by and large it is better for most cases. So now, but for the wizard, I found that if I stick with the Bane of the Powerful, it's actually quite hard to down the boss, and it takes too long to down anything, the bosses especially, Greater Rift 95 and above. So I've switched to Bane of the Stricken, which is of course the recommended kind of like dam, and the result is so much better. So I would say that if you are playing the Archon kind of like wizard, or if your character seems to not that fantastic against single targets or the bosses, I strongly recommend the Stricken. I think that is really the dam to use, because the more you attack the boss, the higher the damage multiplier would be, and as long as you stay alive, then that buff can't build up, and you can see that the boss will just suddenly disappear, like this right here. I'm trying to down it, and it's all like it's a lot of mobility, and it's not necessarily easy when it comes to playing Archon in that kind of situation. By right, you should be quite close to use the slow time to slow it down, and have extra kind of, I think 15% damage kind of against the target. But sometimes you just can't do that, because for whatever reason, because things are too crazy up front, and also you have got to be a little bit further away to have the head of Chirini kicked in. That ring that will give you so one of the item, I can't remember, the belt or the ring, will give you the kind of like damage reduction if you are a certain distance far away from the boss. I think it's a ring. So there is you need to maintain a certain distance within 5 seconds, but then you also want to sort of like get closer in the action to make sure that your slow time is kind of like affecting the target, and also your wave of destruction sort of like in the range to do extra damage and so on. So there's a lot of condition there, but all in all, against the boss, it's so much better with the Bane of the Stricken. And so that is the conclusion of this season. And finally, I found a character that uses Bane of the Stricken much better than Bane of the Powerful. It's kind of interesting because I always time myself, and I time myself across multiple runs and builds that I have. And Bane of the Powerful, if you are doing GR100 and below, Bane of the Powerful is pretty good. It just buff your overall damage output, pretty nicely, but not for the recent Archon. So yeah, so that is the finding so far. Now in terms of the season kind of like progress, my wife and I both are Guardian, and my wife has managed to solo 102, and that is pretty remarkable. Her progress is further than I am in this season, which is kind of fun, right? And and I'm still trying to get my way around the trying to be a little bit more tanky and durable. And I think right now all my gears are pretty alright. Less about finding gear so far, more about just augmenting dams. So I've got like maybe 3 items dammed jammed up to 75, 95, and 95. So I would like to have more items, more items being jammed up. So I think that would possibly push me into the 100 kind of range. Now, my wife and I can do GR95 very comfortably, no defeat, and the about maybe 6-ish minute to 7-ish or 8 minute, depending on the map itself, right? Because if the map has a lot of mobs, then make it a lot easier. Otherwise, it's just a bit harder itself. So, yeah, I mean I'm hoping to be able to group up with my wife and do a bit of GR100. That would be quite an achievement, the two of us. Unfortunately, my friend Dupe has already moved on to Green Dawn. Well, I mean, people would do stay in a game for a while, then play other games, which I understand totally. So he has abandoned us, which is fine. So the two of us now is just playing the Diablo 3, trying to get as far as I can, and my wife seems to enjoy her Archon a lot. So yeah, so that is a quick update of where I am, my quick assessment between the two dams, legendary dams, and so on. Do let me know in the comment box below how's the season 18 treating you. Are you having fun, and are you having a lot of luck with your character, with all your gear and so on? Mine is so-so. I wouldn't say it's bad, terrible, it's not. I do have some nice rings here and there, but I don't have the primal ancient that I need, unlike my wife, who has crafted a primal weapon that is very, very, very happy for her. Alright, so I'll see you next time. Take care and bye.